ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Do you remember the condition when Dvitam happens? When followed by Ajadi, all those things we saw. Which will do first, Dvitam or Angakarya? That for that the rules what we saw. I mean.
So if Anit and Sate means Dvitvam will first happen. Anit means Angakarya will happen first.
For which dhatu? Aladi or Ajadi? For Aladi dhatu we saw Ajadi Pratyaya Pare. That is Ajadi means Sate. Seti Dvitam first and then
Angakarya next.
Fine. Then suppose if it is Aniti?
Aniti, Angakarya first and then Dvitam next.
Dvitam. For Ajadi dhatu, for Ajadi dhatu, okay, Aniti, the same.
Okay.
Aniti is Angakarya first, followed by Dvitam, right?
Yeah.
For this is an Anit dhatu. For Ajadi Sate dhatu, the Ajadi Sate dhatu, DTH happens to be the Itagama itself, right?
Yes.
For Ajadi dhatus, like for example, Ru dhatu or At dhatu you take. Atiti Shati only we have, right?
Yeah.
We do the Dvitam of this Itagama, right?
Okay.
Understand? Atiti Shati. Is it clear what I'm saying? Hello? For Ajadi Sate dhatu, like At dhatu itself you take, simple one.
Okay.
The Dvitam, Ajadi Sate dhatu, what we say generally, Seti, Dvitam first, Angakarya next. But Ajadi Sate dhatu, what we do? Ajadi Sate dhatu, where Dvitam happens for the very Ittagama, right?
Yeah.
Because Ajadi ke Dvitiyasya. Then what do you do first? You do Angakarya first, followed by Dvitam, right?
Yes.
Why I'm saying this? Just to make you recall, and as well as there is a statement in the Kashika. Please see. That's I will add this statement. Nachakari nimittattvena ashiyate. This is a paribhasha. So I will add this statement. I was reading, so when I read, I found out this. Here, for Ajadi Dhatu, when the very Ittagama undergoes application, for which the Dvitva, for which the Nimitta is Aladi son, the Angakarya should be done first, right? Followed by Dvitvam, we said. Yes or no?
Yes.
So the reason is here, I will write the paribhasha. There's a paribhasha. There's an addition I'm doing here. Karyam Anubhavan hi Karyi Nimitta Taya Na Ashriyate. This is a statement. I just paraphrase what the Kashikara says. This is a paribhasha. Nachakaryi Nimittatvena Ashriyate. That statement is found in the Kashika. I have taken this from the Paribhashendu Shekhara. Paribhashendu Shekhara is a grantha which bestows the paribhashas. So this is the paribhasha is referred to by Kashikakara. Okay. In the Paribhashendu Shekhara, this paribhasha is 10th paribhasha. And this is what is referred to by the Kashikakara. Now, what is the meaning here? Nachakari nimittattvena ashriyate. Karyam anubhavan. He kari nimittataya na ashriyate. Means, what does it mean? I'll give the translation. When an element undergoes a grammatical operation process, that should not be considered as the nimitta for the same process at the same time. This is what this paribhasha means. This is what paribhasha says. An element that undergoes a grammatical operation should not be considered as the. Now, for example, if you take Udaharanartham, you take Ru dhatu is Ajadi dhatu, right? Ru dhatu or At dhatu, whatever it is. Ru plus San. Ru dhatu is Set dhatu. So what will happen? Ru plus, what is a Dvitiya? Does it have Dvitiya? Ajadege Dvitiyasya?
No Dvitiya here.
After Dvitiya is there. That is for Ittagama.
Okay.
So what will undergo duplication? Ittagama comes because there is a grammatical operation. An element that undergoes a grammatical operation should not be considered as a nimitta for the same process at the same time. Here can be applied dvirvachane achi. Achi pare, ajadi vibhakti pratyaya pare, dvirvachane kartavya, you do the dvitvam and followed by angakarya. That is what we say, right?
Yes, Jay.
Dvirvachane achi. Achi means seti. Seti is what we do. Dvitvam and angakarya. So what is the nimitta for causing dvitvam? Ajadege dvitiyasya, by that, second will undergo duplication, but this the sakara, that is a san pratyaya, is a nimitta for bringing ikara.
Yeah.
What is the nimitta for causing dvitvam? Sun pratyaya, Sunny pareva, Sun yangaho Dvitam happens, right?
Yes.
Sun is the cause for Dvitam to happen. Sun.
Okay.
So, Sun is the cause for Dvitam, and this Dhatu being Najade, second will undergo duplication. And because of this is this Dhatu being said, the Ikara comes, right?
Yes.
Ikara comes here. So here what happens? Ajadege Dvitiyasya, by that paribhasha, the second vowel undergoes duplication, and the cause for the duplication being Sun, right?
Yes.
Therefore, which you will do first? If you take then isa. Then what about this you are not done Angakarya. The element which undergoes a grammatical operation should not be considered as a nimitta for the same process at the same time. This translation is better than what Vasu is. Even if it is English, it's difficult to understand, confusing. Huh? So here you see that Dvirvachane achi, Dvirvachane mitve achi, the vowel that is by the sutra, Dvirvachane ajadi bhakti, ajadi pratyaya pare. Then Vittam happens. That's what Dvirvachane achi says. We explain the sutra, Dvirvachane achi by the phrase, Dvirvachane nimittatve achi, the vowel affix causing duplication. Here, the Ittagama doesn't cause duplication. But what causes duplication? Sun. Therefore, 1459 doesn't apply. 1459 is Dvirvachane achi. Dvirvachana nimitte achi ajadi vibhakti ajadi pratyaya pare. Ajadi pratyaya is a nimitta for causing dvitvam. Ajadi pratyaya in the case of litlakara and all, you will see null, atus, us and all is the dvitvam. Okay. So ajadi pratyaya follows, that is the nimitta for dvitvam. But here, ittagama is, that is not the cause for dvitvam. Sun yangaho, by that sutra, sun is what the causes dvittam. It is the nimitta. Therefore, sun pratyaya causes nimittam, the cause of dvittam. Therefore, we cannot apply dvirvachane achi. Therefore, dvirvachane achi doesn't apply, for it itself is a kari. Kari means that itself is a karya. That it itself is because of sun. Right?
Yeah.
It itself is because of sun. And the maxim means paribhasha. And the maxim applies. What is that? Karyam anubhavanihi karyi nimittataya na ashriyate. Meaning, that which undergoes an operation can, so far as it undergoes that operation, not be made the cause of application of a grammatical rule. Therefore, it is not the cause for bringing dvitvam.
Okay.
That is what the paribhasha says. Itta is not the cause. The cause for that is sun. So after ordaining ittagama, now ikara becomes the ikara will undergo duplication. Ikara will undergo duplication, right?
Yes.
So the cause for bringing ittagama, the cause for bringing duplication is sun, and that alone it becomes a cause for bringing ittagama, right?
Yes.
So karyam anubhavanihi kari na nimittataya ashriyate. So that which undergoes an operation, as far as it undergoes an operation, cannot be made the cause for that application of the grammatical rule. At the same time, it is not possible. So here, therefore, dvirvachane achi cannot be applied. Dvirvachane achi, when ajadi pratyaya follows, dvirvachana happens. But here, ajadi pratyaya, that achi itself is caused by sun. And sun itself causes dvitvam. So having brought ikara and making this as ajadi and causing dvitvam to is not correct. Therefore, what we do, first we do Angakarya first. That is why we say Angakarya first, and after you do Dvitvam. Because Dvirvachane Achi cannot be applied, right? Therefore, you do Angakarya of R will become Ar, and then because this is a Pratyaya, Adadatuka Pratyaya follows, you can do Angakarya of R, and then what causes now the cause for the sun, which is which causes duplication, it will cause, which is causes duplication, and which is the nimitta for bringing Ittagama also. So sun is a nimitta for Dvittam and the nimitta for bringing Ittagama. So this E is not the nimitta for bringing Dvirvachanatvam, it is sun alone, right? Therefore, you do the duplication of, now, after doing Angakarya, you do the duplication of that E. Therefore, E, and finally you get Hari, whatever the form is, Aradi Shesha, etc. will apply. Adi L alone will remain. Then what will have? Hari is Purvaha Abhyasaha Ube Abhyastam. Then Hari Sishati, right? Hari
Aririshati.
Hari
Aririshati, no? Yeah, Aririshati.
Yeah, this Nandraha Sanyoga will apply. Therefore, the form is Ar, then Ri, Hari Rishati. Yeah.
Nandraha won't come.
Yeah.
It won't come.
This is not easiest. That is Ar plus Isa. Then after that, we have Arisa. Then the second vowel undergo duplication, which is Riri. Then we have Riri. The third vowel also is here. Then we have Ari, Risha. Then this is a Dhatu. Sanajantaha Dhatavaha, right?
Yes.
Already we have seen this Paribhasha.
This is for Ajadi, but for Haladi, nothing will change. No?
Haladi is not a problem. Haladi Prathamasya, the first vowel will undergo duplication.
Okay.
Ajadege Dvitiyasya, there only we have this Paribhasha applied. Okay. So here, the point here is, Ittagama itself is because of sun. That cannot be the cause for bringing about a Dvitvam. That is what the Paribhasha says. An element that undergoes a grammatical operation,
Okay.
that cannot be nimitta for the same process, at the same time. An element which undergoes a grammatical operation cannot be the nimitta, sorry, the ikara which comes, right?
Yeah.
That the cause for bringing Dvitvam to E is not E. The cause for bringing Dvitvam Ajadege Dvitiyasya by the second vowel undergoes duplication. So the grammatical operation is Dvitvam, for which the nimitta is by the sutra Dvirvachane Achi Ajadi Bhakti Pratyaya Pare Dvirvachanam Dvittam happens. Dvirvachana Nimittatve Achi. That is very clearly said in the you see the Vasu, yes, Dvirvachana Nimittatve. So that he has said it. Dvirvachana Nimittatve Achi. What causes duplication? Ajadi Pratyaya. Achi pare acha. Dvirvachane achi. Ajadi pratyaya causes duplication. Now ajadi pratyaya means here isa is there. That isa, that ittagama which has come That cannot be the nimitta for dvitvam to happen to. It cannot be the nimitta for the dvitvam. The nimitta for dvitvam is only
Sun.
sun. The element that undergoes a grammatical operation should not be considered as a nimitta for the same process at the same time. Therefore, nimitta which causes dvitvam is sun alone. The ittagama which comes by adhatuka sigit baladehe, that undergoes the dvitva operation. And what causes dvitvam? By dvirvachane achi, right? Ajadi pratyaya. Ajadi pratyaya is the nimitta for dvitvam. So, that E cannot be the nimitta for itself to become duplicated. That is what the paribhasha is. Okay. E, the ittagama which comes here, cannot be the cause for, right here. In this example, in this example, the ittagama cannot be the, okay, this is the right explanation for this. Ittagama cannot be the, ittagama cannot be the cause for the dvitvam. If ittagama is a cause for dvitvam, then what will happen? Then the ru will undergo duplication. Understand?
Yeah.
If by ittagama cannot be the cause for dvitvam by dvirvachane achi. Dvirvachane achi. By dvirvachane achi, the sutra which says ajadi vyakti pratyaya pare dvirvachanam dvitvam happens. That is nimitta for causing dvitva is this ajadi pratyaya. In the case of litlakar and dal, there are nallatu, there are ajadi pratyas are there, which brings about duplication. In the case of sun being a jaladi, therefore only when ittagama comes, then becomes ajadi. Ittagama comes because of other dhatu itvala dekhes. In the case of aladi dhatu and all, we don't have this problem. But in the case of ajadi dhatu, what happens? Ittagama comes. That is it a cause for bringing dvitvam? It itself has come because of sun. Sun is a cause for dvitvam, and sun brings in the ittagama. Then this ittagama cannot be the cause for dvitvam. If it is a cause, then ru will undergo duplication. And ajadege dvitiyasya is there. And also it cannot be the cause for itself to undergo duplication. Right?
Yeah.
So therefore, in this ittagama cannot be the cause for dvitvam by dvirvachane achi. So dvirvachane achi, because the dvirvachane achi is not, dvirvachane achi. It can't be cause for dvitvam by dvirvachane achi. Yes. So then what happens? Then this sun is a cause for bringing dvitvam. That will bring dvitvam to the very ittagama. So therefore, only what we do the angakarya first we do. Because this is a pratyaya, and now pratyaya is adhatuka pratyaya, and here is there. Therefore, angakarya is possible. Therefore, we do angakarya first, and then we do the dvitvam of the ittagama. And cause for that is sun. So here it is, we don't have from. Sun is the cause for bringing dvitvam to it. So both are different. By bringing ittagama, and you cannot consider ittagama as a nimitta for bringing dvitvam. So if you bring it like that, then ru will undergo duplication. It's a problem. So that is why this paribhasha is there as a support to ajadege dvitiyasya. Ajadege dvitiyasya will undergo duplication when we say. Then the ittagama which comes, that undergoes duplication, not ru. This is a ekach. So, being ekach, ajadege dvitiyasya, the second one will undergo duplication. Where is the second one? Second one has to be of this sun. If the sun is anit, then that sa will undergo duplication. But here the sun is It is said son. Itagama comes. So Itagama by son. Now it is Ajadi. By Dvirvachanachi, Ajadi Pratyapare Dutvam happens. If you apply that, then the rule will undergo duplication. In order to avoid that, this Paribhasha says that cannot be the nimitta for the same process. So therefore, the nimitta for causing dvitvam is sun alone. Sun alone causes dvitvam. Sun pratyaya causes dvitvam to the very it agama. That is happens to be the dvitiya ach. Little difficult, but this is what it says here. You can see here. If 1159 be applied, he has given the example. Yes, you can see the last form is thus evolved. R plus sun is equal to R plus it plus sun. Then we apply 7 to 734, 74, 7384, 7 to 74 is what? Oh, 7 to 74 is okay. That 7 to 74 is bringing 7 to 35 brings Itagama, which is 7 to 35. Then we cause 7384 causes Angakarya, R becomes R. Here now we have to make duplication, and if we apply duplication by 1159, that is Dvirvachanachi, then since the verbal affix E follows, the reduplication of R should take place. Right? After doing Angakarya to R, the R must undergo duplication. Right? But that's it. So this now by applying Dvirvachanachi, what will happen? This R will undergo duplication. Dvirvachanachi by that sutram. Ajadi pratyaya pare, this R will undergo duplication. But if we have not done R, and Ajadi Dvitiyasya also says Dvitiyach. That's what he says. The duplication of R should take place. The sthani should be duplicated. But we have explained the sutra, Dvirvachanachi, that sutra, Dvirvachana nimittatve achi, the verbal affix causing duplication. Here the verbal ittagama doesn't cause duplication, but what causes duplication is sun. Therefore, Dvirvachane achi cannot be applied. Dvirvachane achi cannot be applied. Dvirvachane achi, what does it say? When ajadi pratyaya follows, dvittam happens first, followed by Angakarya, right? Followed by Angakarya. Dvittam happens first. But that cannot be applied. That is why what we do Angakarya first, followed by Dvittam. We do Angakarya to R, followed by Dvittam. Dvittam for which the nimitta is not, it is not E. The Dvittam, the nimitta is sun. Therefore, we do the duplication of the Ittakama, that is ris. Understand? That's what he says. Little difficult. I try to. I think Vasu is. I think he has explained it very clearly here. First time I have seen Vasu is so clear here. I'll just copy the Vasu. So it's explained very well. I thought this point is already we have seen. This will make more sense. We add it in the document. Suru plus Disa. So I'm adding Vasu here. Now, please read again. You will understand. In this example, Ittagama cannot be considered to be the cause for bringing Kaspadvittam by Dvirvachanachi. How? That is well explained by Vasu. Please see here. Here now we have to make duplication. That is R plus Isa. And if by 1159 is Dvirvachane achi. Ajadi pratyaya pare. That is the nimitta for causing Dvitvam. 1159 be applied, then since a vowel affix E follows, the duplication of after the Angakarya, that is here, becomes should take place. That is, the sthani should be duplicated. But here we have explained the sutra Dvirvachanayachi 1159 as what? That is by the phrase Dvirvachana nimitte achi, that is vowel affix causing duplication. Here the vowel affix, it doesn't cause duplication, but the consonant sun does so. Therefore, 1159 is not applicable. In the case of Litlakara endal, null, atus, us, ajadi pratyas are there, that will cause duplication. But here the Ittagama doesn't cause duplication because for itself is a kari. That itself is a kari. That itself is a kari. In it is born. So, and by the paribhasha, karyam anubhavanhi kari nimitataya na ashriyate. Surely that which undergoes an operation can, so far as it undergoes an operation, cannot be made the cause. Kari means karyam asya asti iti karyin. That which undergoes karya is called kari. So what the Itagama itself is a kari, the result of it's a result, it's a product, it's a result, karya. So that cannot be the cause for bringing the duplication. A karya cannot be the cause for bringing another karya. Okay, that should not be considered as a nimitta for another karya. Need not be made the cause of application of a grammatical rule. So therefore, what causes dvitvam is the sun alone causes dvitvam. And by ajadege dvitiyasya, second vowel, that E will undergo duplication. That is why we have Aririsha. That is why in our summary, we have said like this. This is little complicated to understand by this paribhasha. That is why in a summary we says, for Ajadi said dhatu, Dvitiya ach ekach undergoes duplication. If a Dvitiya ach happens to be it, Itakamar nish, then Angakarya should be done first and then Dvittam. Dvittam by Ajadi Dvitiyasya, the Itagama will undergo duplication. For which is what is the nimitta? Sun is the nimitta. It is not achi. It is sun is the nimitta. Right? Therefore, we do Angakarya followed by Dvittam. In Dvirvachanayachi, what we do first? When it is achi, seti, then Dvittam first Angakarya. But here we do, that's why we do Angakarya. First we do the then after that Dvittam we do, for which nimitta is sun. Therefore, second vowel undergoes duplication, which is E, Itagama. Understand?
Yes, Jay.
It's confusing, huh? Karyi nimittan na bhavati. That's it.
Okay.
Karyam anubhavan karyi. The karyi, that which undergoes karyam asya asti iti karyi. That karyam anubhavan, that itself undergoes a karya, cannot be the nimitta. Nimittataya na ashriyate. Nimittataya na ashriyate. That cannot be considered as the nimitta. So Ittagama, that itself is the resultant karyi. Ittagama itself is the resultant. That cannot be the cause, that is nimitta, for bringing about dvitvam.
So we have to do Angakarya first and then
Anyway, that already we know. That's how it should be. Instead of making it so complicated by explaining all this, we made it very simple. But this, I thought this one paribhasha is there, which I will explain. That is This Vasu, I think Vasu is very well, he has done this, explained. This is a paribhasha. Nacha kari nimittattvena ashriyate. Karyam anubhavan karyi. Kari is that which has got karya. Karyam anubhavan, which undergoes a grammatical operation. That cannot enjoy the status of being a nimitta. So ittagama, which is the karya. Ittagama, which is a karya, that cannot be the nimitta for bringing about a dvitvam. Right? Since already we know, therefore we don't, I mean, it's difficult for something, sometimes no, already we know, therefore difficult to understand. Why we say that ajadehe dvitiya se ittagama will undergo duplication? Why can't, by dvirvachanayachi, that seti, why don't it bring causes a duplication to, we never thought, but because of this paribhasha. After ordering ittagama, we have this ittagama is antaranga, therefore we do first, right? Then why don't we do it here? Isa is there. So dvirvachanayachi, by that paribhasha, we have to do the duplication of ajadehe dvitiyasya, that will apply only when a dhatu has got more than two vowels. Then only we can talk about dvitiya. Where is dvitiya for the vowel, for the dhatu? Do we have two vowel dhatu? Yes, some are there. But also, if you take those list, I don't think we have any ajadi dhatu. Jagru, for example, in Upadeshika dhatus. We have some dhatus like Jagru, and Jakshat, Daridra. All the dhatus, if you take, no, these are all Upadeshika dhatus which are there in the dhatu pata. No dhatus are ajadi, right? All are aladi only. But Sutra ajadehe says, ajadehe dvitiyasya. And we have ajadi dhatu, like that we have only at, argha, whatever it is. We have like this dhatu. Where is dvitiya here?
Only one ach is there.
So ajadehe dvitiyasya sutram says. So dvitiyasya will undergo duplication means.
Okay. Then we have to take isa.
Then, and dvirvachanayachi says what? When ajadi nimitta pratyaya is a dvirvachanam happens. Like in the case of lakara, if you take, for example, pat dhatu, pat plus null. Null is, content is a only.
Yeah.
Okay, null. And taking the lit lakara is it nakara, it will cause us upada, this vriddhi. Content is a only. So here what happens? First we do dvittam, pat. Dvittam is to be done first. Dvittam we do first, and then aladi shesha etc. will apply via pa. And here null is there, therefore upada vriddhi. Then takara plus a, we have papata. Papata is a form, null, the litlakara rupa. And here the pratyaya is null, ajadi. When ajadi pratyaya follows, that will cause dvirvachanayachi by that sutram, that it becomes the nimitta for causing dvitva. The nimitta for causing dvitva is ajadi pratyaya. Yes, said dvirvachana nimitte achi. Right? But in the case of sun is not ajadi, but it becomes ajadi when it takes ittagama.
Yeah.
When it takes ittagama, the question comes, which is it, here it is achi, can it be the nimitta for causing dvitvam? Nimitta for causing dvitvam, here that E is because of ittagama. Nimitta for causing dvitvam by the sutra san egoho, sun is a cause for causing dvitvam, not E.
Yeah.
Why? Because sutra san egoho is there, right?
Yes.
What is the cause for dvitvam? Is it ittagama? It is sun. Sun is what causes dvitvam. So, therefore, and if you apply dvirvachanayachi, then ru will undergo duplication. Ru will, if you take ajadi pratyaya dvirvachanayachi, then ru will undergo duplication. Ru. And that there, Ittagama itself is a Kari. It is a Karya. Can it become the Nimitta for the Karyam, Dvita Karyam? No. That is what the Paribhasha says. Ittagama itself is a Karya, is a result. That cannot be the result for bringing about the Dvitvam. Vasu, he says very clearly, the Ittagama doesn't cause duplication. It is sun which causes duplication. Why? For it itself is a Karyi, because that itself is a Karya. That itself is a resultant. That itself, Adadatukas Itvaladeke, that itself is a resultant. Therefore, by this Paribhasha, that which undergoes an operation, so far as that undergoes an operation, that cannot be made the cause of application of a grammatical rule. Therefore, you cannot consider that Ikara, that Ajadi, to be the nimitta for causing Dvitvam. Therefore, you cannot make the duplication of. You have to make Ajadege Dvitiyasya, that sutras. By that sutra, we can make the second vowel duplicating. We can make the second vowel duplicate. Understand? So this is what the concept involved in this. The same thing what we saw. There is nothing new, but I'm just introduced this paribhasha which I was reading. I found this paribhasha. It is therefore I thought I will add this. An element that undergoes a grammatical operation should not be considered for the nimitta the same time. Should not be considered as a nimitta. Here in this case, it is for dvitvam, cannot be considered as a nimitta at the same time. First, for the other operation. For the same grammatical operation, element that undergoes a grammatical operation, yes, cannot be considered as a nimitta for the same process at the same time. I think this is little. We'll take Vasu, as Vasu says. That is better. Vasu has explained very clearly. Karyam Anubhavan Karyi, that Ittagama itself is a Karyi. Therefore, so far as it undergoes that operation, that cannot be cause for the application of a grammatical rule. Therefore, the point is the Ittagama is not the cause for bringing Dvitvam. So, therefore, Isa is not the cause for bringing Dvitvam. Then what is the cause? Sun. Therefore, because of Sun, Ittagama will undergo duplication. That is what in our summary we have said. Okay. This by the paribhasha little extra. And another thing is, please see again. Here we have said angakaryam. Angakaryam. Actually, angakaryam only. Though in the Jurvachanachi Ajadesha is said, it is angakarya. One important point here is, in the case of the dhatu, prach dhatu. Here, please see this we have done before. Prach dhatu. Prach dhatu is with regard to sun, it is said. With regard to generally, it is on it. Like we have the word prishtaha, prishtavan, right? Or prashtum, tumananta. Is it said or on it? Prachdhatu. Prachdhatu is anit dhatu.
Actually, but for sun it is said.
It is said, yes. By the sutra, we have in 1-2 section. 1-2 section, you know, we see that we have seen the sutra. 1-2, that Ruda Vida, etc. Before that. You can, if you have sutra pata, you please see the sutra pata. I will show you. When sun pratyaya follows, it will be said by Ittagama will come. By what sutra?
Kirascha Panchabhyaha that you told last class. 7 to 75.
Huh?
7 to 75.
7 to, sorry,
Kirascha-
yeah. Sorry, 7 to, yeah, it is here.
Yeah.
Chakaranta dhatu, which is anit for sananta, it will be said. Here it is. Yeah. Number is 7 to
7 to 75.
7 to 75. I think I've written here.
That Kirascha Panchabhyaha.
Yes, it's correct.
Mm.
Yarascha panchabhyascha. Here I have written Chakaradhan dhatu is said for sun by one minute. Kirascha panchabhya. Okay, I think I had not updated this. This is another document.
Last class you were mentioning, Sharanji. I was listening to the recording. I didn't attend the class. So at that time you were mentioning.
Yes, Ji. Kirascha.
Kirascha panchabhyascha. Okay, that may be there in the Itviyasta document. So I will explain what document is this. I made some split the document into two. So here it is there. 7 to what is the number? 7 to 75, right?
75 here.
Yeah.
7 to 75 comes later. Oh, it becomes kith by 1-2 section. Okay, sorry. Becomes kith by the sutra. Where is 1 to 7 or 1 to 8? Yeah, here it is. The sandhatu following the 5 dhatu will take itagama always. Okay, this I think I have to add in my document. I will add it later. This is itagama document. This is what you have. The same itagama document I split into two. Aladi dhatu, alanda dhatu, ajanta dhatu. For our easy reference, I split. I'll tell what it is later, after some time, end of the class. So here we have the sutra. So I think I have not added this in that. I will add. So here the kirascha. So for sun it will be set. Otherwise it is anit. Generally it is anit. For sun it is set. Now, coming back to this here. That's why within bracket I have written set here. When we did the sananta form of prachdhatu. Right? Now, Sutrapata, if you see, Prachdhatu will undergo Samprasanam. When does it undergo Samprasanam? When it is followed by Kit or Ngit Pratyaya. Right? But Sun is not the Kit. It is, you have Itagama, Isa, you have. But now does it consider to be Kit? That is by the Sutra in 1-2 section. 1-2 section, we have the Sutra. The first page itself at the end, 1-7 or 1-8. 1-8. Ruda Vida Mushagrahi Swapi Prachaha Sanscha. So here we have the Kit Anuvritti from 1-5. So San Pratyaya will be deemed to be Kit. The Prachdhatu is therefore it will undergo Samprasaranam, right? Understand?
Okay.
Prachdhatu.
Yeah.
Prachdhatu will undergo Samprasaranam. When it will undergo Samprasaranam? By 6-1-16, Grahi, Vachi, Swapi, those things we saw, right? When Kitta and Git Pratyaya follows, like a Grag Dhatu will become Grag, Prach will become Prich. Prichati, how do you get Prichati, the form? Latlakara. Saprasanam. Because followed by this in the sixth conjugation, therefore Sha follows. Sha is what? Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya, Apitvat, it will be deemed to be Git. Therefore, Samprasanam happens for Prach, Prach become Prich, right?
Yes.
In Latlakara itself, simple. The same thing here. The sun is Kit or Akit. By the Sutra 1-8, it will be Kit, deemed to be Kit. Right? Therefore, Samprasanam happens. Prach will become Prich. Here we have, see, we have seen, I have added the Sutra. By 6-1-16, when a Kit or Git Pratyaya follows, Prach Dhatu will undergo Samprasanam. And here, because of the Sutra 1-8, the sun will be deemed to be Kit, therefore Samprasanam happens. Now the point here is this Prachdhatu undergoing Samprasaranam It is in the section 6.1.16. It is not in the Angakarya section. Right? Angakarya is 6.4.3 to 6.4.1 to 6.7.4 end. The 5 sections deal with Anga related. 6.4.1 is Angasya Adhikara. And 7 up to 7.4 is Angasya. Right? So, therefore, this is not Prach undergoing, becoming Prach is not Angakarya. It is in 6.1 section. Samprasaranam happening. Understand? Number 1. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Prach undergoing Samprasaranam, it is in 6.1 section. Not 6.4. 6.4.3, 6.4.1 to 7.4 end is Angasya, Anga Adhikara. Now, what I'm saying here is, Ittagama comes after that. What you do? Generally, what we do? Seti,
Dvitvam first and then Angakarya.
Angakarya. Dvitvam first and then Angakarya. Now, Samprasaranam is it Angakarya?
No.
It's not Angakarya.
Yeah.
Therefore, you do Samprasaranam first. Samprasaranam is not Angakarya, right? Samprasaranam is, therefore, Samprasaranam you do first. And then you do Dvitvam. After that, you do Angakarya, if it is possible. This is a prakriya followed in the website as well as followed by the Pushpa Dikshit. I saw the prakriya. I mean, they have not mentioned in detail. They have done what they have done is they have done Samprasaranam first, and after done they have done Dvitvam and then Angakarya. You see the order. So what I'm doing is I'm just copying the same thing. But anyway, we got the same form. So I'm not sure whether this is wrong, right or wrong, because there is no way to verify it. But I saw the prakriya, Samprasaranam is done first, followed by Dvitvam and then Angakarya.
Angakarya.
Now I'm just making it. Now Ittagama has come. Now what happens? By the Sutra 1 to 8, it will be deemed, it is deemed to be Kit.
Samprasaranam.
It will be deemed to be Kit, and therefore by 6.1.16, it will undergo Samprasaranam. Therefore, Prach will undergo Samprasaranam. What will happen by Samprasaranam? That Repa will be replaced by Prach. This is not Angakarya, right? This is 6.1.16. Now you do Dvitvam. When you do Dvitvam, it becomes
Prach.
Prach, right? This is Dvitvam by the Sutra 6.1. 6.1.8, 6.1.9. Yeah. 6.1. Aladehe, I mean, Ekachaha Pratamasya, then by 6.1.9, Sanyago. So it undergoes DC. Then Aladisheshaha, what is Aladishesha number is? Pru alone will remain
7460.
7460, right? Aladisheshaha. Then followed by Pru will be replaced by Urat. Urat number is
7466.
okay. Then followed by Pru become then Aladisheshaha again back 7460. By that it become Pa and Prich Isa. Then finally we can do this Shattum. Aladisheshaha is again 7460, right? Then
The Checha will come.
huh?
Chakara comes by Checha. It changes to Chakara changes to Takara by Checha.
Checha, yes. I'm not touched it. I written it as it is. Then Pakara is replaced by P by Sanyataha. Number 7470.
9. Yeah.
Therefore, you have now Pipricha. Then Shattum can be done. Shattum is 8359.
59.
So this is the prakriya which is given the website, and as well as this Pushpa Dikshit also follow the same. The reason then I thought maybe this is not in Angakarya. This is Virvachana is the Samprasaranam is must be antaranga, therefore it is done first. It is not Angakarya. If it is Angakarya, then after Dvitvam we will do Seti, Dvitvam first, followed by Angakarya. But here it is, this is the Prakriya it follows. So I'm not going to delete the same form, same only form we get. But
Some changes are there.
this I just highlighted by yellow, whichever it is now. This following this doesn't hurt us now. But some places if it hurts, that's why better to follow this Samprasaranam first. That's why I said Samprasaranam is not Angakarya. Do Samprasaranam first and then Dvitvam. And then Angakarya if it is possible, then we can do. Here no Angakarya is possible. Okay. Just for the sake of Prakriya, following the Prakriya, I've added this. So they can make like the Samprasaranam. Then if it is Dvitvam or Angakarya, follow will be Dvitvam or Angakarya, whatever it is. Depending on what is. If it is a Seti, Dvitvam first Angakarya. If it is Aniti, Angakarya means Dvitvam. That is remains as it is. Okay. So do a Samprasaranam first.
Okay.
This is what the Prakriya given. But fortunately we get the same form. Grag Dhatu, in the case of Grag Dhatu, it is Anit Dhatu. Therefore no problem there. Grag Dhatu happens to be Anit Dhatu. So what will happen in Grag Dhatu? We have seen. It will become Grag Grag plus Sa. So the Dhatu is, Grag Dhatu is Kit. Cannot cause any Angakarya. So Dvitvam will happen. Dvitvam will happen. So the Dhatu is Grag Dhatu. So whether here also if you do Grug, first Samprasanam, and then Grug, then Aladi Shesha Guru, and Gru will become Gar will become Gi, and Gi will become Chi, finally Chi. G, G, not Chi, G. So G, and when after that Hodaha, etc. will happen, this will become Gru, then this will become Dakara become Shakara, right? All those things will happen. Kakara, sorry. Then Kakara, then Shatvam, and then Ksha, you get Jigriksha. Grahitum Nicha, Jigriksha, Visa, right?
Yes.
So here we do Samprasaranam first. Even if you do, suppose if you don't do Samprasaranam, if you do Dvittam first, then also you will get the same. Here what happens? Aladi Shesha, therefore Gakara, Repa, Gakara alone will remain. Gakara will become Jakara will become G.
G by Sanyata.
Here also you get the same thing, right? So both ways we get the same. Any other Samprasana Dhatu, you please try that. I think as far as I know, we don't get any problem if we do like that. But the Prakriya, since it is common in both the website as well as in the Pushpa Dikshits, therefore I thought we'll follow the same. Samprasaranam we do first. And also there's a point because Samprasaranam is not Angakarya. We talk about Dvitvam and Angakarya. So the Angakarya is Dvitvam and Angakarya. Dvitvam, Angakarya depends on Angakarya, which is covered in the section 6432, 6412 to 748, Angakarya. So, and this is in 6.1. Therefore, it is not Angakarya. So, because it is not Angakarya, therefore, it can be done first. And after that, what you do, that depends on the pratyaya, whether it is Ajadi, Seti or Aniti. That you follow. So keep that as the Prakriya. Okay.
Yes.
This is only for Samprasarana Dhatus. Okay. Today, 2 points I told. One is the Paribhasha. The Paribhasha is already, we know, just I gave the Paribhasha. It's not something.
Karyam anubhavan hi karye nimittataya na ashriyate.
Yeah, Karyi means you understand the word. What is the Pratipadikam of Karyi? Karyi is Karyan, right? Like, sorry, Karyin. Karyin is a Pratipadikam. Like Karin, Karino, Karinaha.
Yeah.
Karyi, now Karyinaha, right? Like that decline. So it means Karyaha asya asti iti Karyin. That's what Karyi, right?
Okay.
So Karyam Anubhavan, Ki kargi nimittataya na ashriyate. That cannot be considered, or that cannot be considered to be enjoying the status of nimitta for a karya, because that itself is a karya. That cannot be the nimitta for the karya to happen, another karya to happen. So itagama comes. The itagama comes, that cannot become a nimitta for dvittam to happen by dvirvachane achi. Achi nimittatve dvirvachanam bhavati. Dvirvachana nimitte achi. Dvirvachana nimitte achi. Ajadi pratyaya is there, for which the nimitta is, the ajadi pratyaya is the nimitta for causing dvitva. That is what dvirvachane achi said. Now itagama which has come, that cannot be the nimitta for causing dvitvam. Why? Because it itself is a karya. It is born. That which is born cannot bring about the another karya, which cannot bring about the dvitva karya. So therefore, isa will not cause r to r. And ajadehi dvitiya also tells very well, very clearly, the dhatu being the ajadi dhatu, the second bubble undergoes duplication. Second bubble has to undergo duplication, means the E has to undergo duplication. Then what is the nimitta for that? Sun is the nimitta. All these things don't we know or not? We know it.
Yes.
Just paribhasha supports that. That's it. Okay. Sun is a nimitta for causing, for bringing about the dvittam to itagama, not to the dhatu. That is why, logically speaking, what we do angakarya first, followed by dvittam to isa. That is logical. Okay. Angakarya to the r become ar. Then after that we do dvittam, for which the nimitta. Now the nimitta is different. Nimitta for causing dvittam to E is sun. The nimitta for causing dvittam to E is not itself. Okay. It cannot be the nimitta for bringing dvittam to itself. It cannot be the nimitta for bringing dvittam to other. This nimitta is sun. Sun is the nimitta which brings about the dvittam. Therefore, E. Okay, that is what the paribhasha says. The karyam anubhavan kari, this self experiencing karya, cannot be the cannot enjoy the status of being a nimitta for and karya. That is what the paribhasha says. Fine. This is one paribhasha and this prach. Now, coming back to this it vyavastha for sun. Here, I think I have to add certain things. This is the original document what we have. That is it vyavastha for sun. That here the summary is a summary of Ajanta Dhatu, Halanta Dhatu with regard to sun. This I have split into two for the sake of easy reference. Number one, Alanta State Dhatu. I will send you, if in case if I miss anything, you can tell me. Like now, 7476, I think that when I missed it, Prach Dhatu. But I have added the Prach Dhatu here. Please see this. What is that sutra? Is 7476, right?
7475, no? That Kirascha Panchabhyaha.
Kirascha Panchabhyascha. Okay, 7475.
No, 7275.
72.
72, sorry, 72. Yeah, 72. The Kru Dhatu, that is Rikaranta Dhatu, right? Rikaranta Dhatu. So Rikaranta Dhatu means it is Ajadi. Ajadi, Ajanta Dhatu. Yeah, Kru, Gru, etc. Therefore, it means it is Ajanta Dhatu. Ajanta Dhatu, I think I have covered in another. This is Alanta. Ajanta is there in this document. I think here it is. I think I have covered here. Yeah. Please see. Kru, Gru, and Prach is one dhatu, which is Kirascha, which is Halanta dhatu, right?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And one more
Right, to
dhrung.
avoid confusion, I will tell you. Okay,
Dhrung
let me
also.
show that. Kru dhatu, ajanta. Gru, ajanta. Dring, that is also ajanta.
Ajanta.
And dring, that is
Dhrung,
also ajanta.
Ajanta.
This is the only halanta dhatu. So this halanta dhatu will be in the halanta file. Okay, now, okay, let us take halanta, because halanta is what I showed you first. Halanta dhatu, where I have mentioned prach dhatu is said. Maybe I can write the sutra that is said by the Kirascha 7 to 40, 75, right?
25. Yes.
By that sutra, this prach dhatu is this generally which is anit, it is said for sun. Please see this, the heading. This is it vyavastha for alanta dhatu with regard to sun. And the first one is anit. Anit dhatu's list are there. This anit dhatu's list are taken from the nishta. Nishta, one table originally we formed. From that, some dhatus we removed, some dhatus I added. That is because for sun changes happens. And brach dhatu, which is ved dhatu, and gam dhatu is parasmipadi in set and anit in atmanipadi. And grag dhatu is, we have one sutra, that is, what is it? Grag gugoho.
Gugohoscha, something.
By that, what happens? It is.
That is 7 to 12.
It is becomes anit, right? It becomes anit because the form is grahitum, right? Tumananta is the ittagama becomes eid for gragdatu. It is okay. This is 7 to 14.
12.
12.
Okay, 7 to 12. Okay. 7 to 12 means it should be before. That is, ittagama is negated. Please.
Yeah, uganta dhatu na it na bhavati. That.
Sani
Yes.
Grahagogoscha.
Sani Gosha. Chakara, therefore Uganta Dhaturam api it agmana bhavati.
Nabhavati.
Yeah. 7 to 1 minute. I'll take that. Here it is, right? Chakarat, Uganta Dhatu, and Grak and Guk. This is 7 to 12. So by this sutra, that is 7 to 12.
12.
For a reference I'm writing. And Grak and Guk both, right? Okay. And Gam Dhatu, which is Gameghe Git Parasmi Padeshu and Sutram is there. By that, for Gam Dhatu, it will be set for Parasmipadi, and generally it is Anit. In Atmanipadi is Anit, therefore. This is Gameghe Git Parasmi Padeshu. If you know the Sutra, I know the Sutra, but I don't know the number. What is the number? Gameghe 7, 2, must be more than 30, 40 something.
7 to 58.
58. By that it is said. And Brach Dhatu, can you tell it is weight? It is also covered, which is anit, but here it is weight. For sun it is weight. Okay, let us find out for this document. It is weight. So weight means it must be before 7 to about Dhatu is not Udit Dhatu. If it is Udit, then it will be weight. Dhatu is not Udit. Not 7 to 44. Radadibhyascha, no, that is not covered. Niraha Kushaha, no. Yeah, here it is, 7 to 49. We have Ivanta Dhatu Nam, Brashta also, Sanpare, Itagama, Vikalpena Bhavati, right? Do you see?
Yeah, Sani Vantari.
Yes. So now 7 to 49. So this sutra references are given.
Yeah.
Now this document is for halanta dhatunam it vyavastha with regard to sun. The table is, so these, how many dhatus? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? These 5
Yeah.
dhatus. Other than the above mentioned, this halanta dhatu, the rest of the dhatus are anit. Here what is given, they are all anit. With regard to sun, all the halanta dhatus are anit. Number 1. So you can easily refer from this. This is anit list. Alanta only. Then comes Vet Alanta Dhatu. Vet also, this all these 4 I have removed because these are all Ajanta Dhatu, Swarati, Suti, not required for us. This document only Halanta. So Udit Dhatus, let us take. There are 24 Udit Dhatus. So those are listed here. These 24 Udit Dhatus are Vet. They're talking about sun, with regard to sun. Okay. So these are Vet Dhatus. And number 2, Radhadi Antargana Dhatu. Radhadi is a subgroup in Divadigana. Divadi or Tudadi? It is in Divadigana, sorry, because Nash Dhatu is that Divadigana. So here also it is Vet. Dhatu is Vet. Now here in the document, may I ask the same thing you have done? No, I have not done the same thing. Here, if you see, I have given the Sananta Rupam of the Dhatus. In the original document, in the It Vyavastha, you will see the Latlakara Rupam. Since we are dealing with sun, so I have given the Sananta Rupam. All the Ved Dhatus, the optional form also given. We see Titikshati, Tita Shishati. Right? So Ved forms, the optional forms are given. Okay. All the Ved Dhatus. In the original document, Latlakara Rupa I have given, but here I have done the Sananta Rupam. Similarly, Radhadi Antargana Dhatu also the Ved forms are given. You see. Originally, you will not see. So there I would have given some Nishta Pratyaya Rupam or Tumananta, something. Now here I have given for easy reference. You can easily, if you know these important sutras, you can easily map to the Dhatu and find out the form. So here I have given the Sananta Rupam, Radhadi Antargana. This is point number 2. Second point. That is, first one is Udit Dhatu. Second one is Radhadi. Third one is Nirpurvaka Kush Dhatu. Nirpurvaka. So, therefore, Nir we have to add. Kush Dhatu will take when it is preceded by Nir. Nirpurvaka. When it is preceded by Nir, the Kush Dhatu will take optionally it. Therefore, you have 2 forms here. Now, among these Dhatus, these 2 Dhatus which are Udit Dhatus, right? Ashu and Anju. These 2 Dhatus which are, because Udit, therefore it must be Vet, right?
Yeah.
But there's an exception. When followed by Sun, this Vet Dhatu will become Set. So therefore, you go back and see in the Udit Dhatu. I have not given other form here. Please note here, there's only one form because it is Set. We don't have a form, Anit form, not there. Anju as well as Ashu. Only one form is there, right? And here I have given some rule. By applying that, you get this form. You know, Sani Pratyaya Pare by 7 to 74. Ashu Dhatu. Why it is 7 to 74 says the Dhatu is Udit Dhatu. It is Vet, but with regard to Sun, it is Anit. That is by 7 to 74. The Vetvam, 7 to 74 is, 1 minute. 7 to 74 says,
Spring Pond.
yeah, what does it say?
Not that one.
Spring Pong R Anjo Ashu Ityetesham Dhatunam Sani Idagamaha Bhavati.
So Itagama will come. Therefore, the Dhatu which was Vet is made Set. Therefore, we don't have Anit Rupam, right? That's a one form is there. And some places you will see 1 to 26. 1 to 26, you know, that Ralaha, Ralaha, Aladehe, Ralaha, Ik Upadar, Utupada will be deemed to be Kit optionally. Therefore, some 3 forms I've given the sutra here so that you can find out why we have got three forms. With it, without it, you will have only two forms. But we have with itagama, then we have it is optional kitvam. Therefore, you have two forms. Chikli dishati, chitle dishati. Understand? This is with it. Seti, set form. This is anit form. Seti, we have vikalpa. Why vikalpa? Kit is optional. That is 1 to 26. Already we have seen 1 to 26. So like that I have given for easy reference. You can check the document later. Anyway, this list out the udit dhatus, then we have radadi dhatu, then nirpurvaka kush dhatu, and these two dhatus, with regard to sun, it will become set. That is ved dhatu becomes set. Anchu, that is ved anchu dhatu. Maybe I can write ved dhatus. Among these dhatu, the two ved dhatus, when followed by sun, becomes set, right? And that is another dhatu, guhu dhatu, which is that also.
Udit.
That is udit dhatu, another thing. That also becomes.
Anit.
That becomes anit. That becomes anit when followed by sun. By what sutra? The sutra I have not written. What is the sutra? Guhu becomes. Okay, let me check. It vyavastha for sun. That becomes anit. You have to go back and forth to check that. Dhatu is gug dhatu. Here it is there. Grag and gug itietayohu ugantanam sani pratyaya par ittagamaha na bhavati. Okay. So this is gug dhatu is here. Guhu. So for ittagamaha na bhavati. By 7 to 12. Please see.
Okay.
This is becomes anit by sun. Maybe I can write the sutra. 7.
But guhu, same only. Ji. This one guhu udit dhatu. So
udit dhatu. Udit dhatu is weight. So I will write the weight udit dhatu. Weight dhatu becomes anit. The weight dhatu becomes just two udit dhatus. Another dhatu you may ask, in 7 to 12 we have one more dhatu, grag dhatu. Grag dhatu is not udit dhatu.
Correct.
That is why not listed here. Okay. The grag dhatu is, it is, grag dhatu is not udit, I think. Yeah, it is not udit. So these two are udit dhatus. Among these dhatus, this, okay. And grag dhatu already I have mentioned, no, before. Grag dhatu. So here guhu, the udit dhatu, you can see this anit. Therefore, we don't have here set rupam anit. One minute. Grag dhatu already, I think here I mentioned, yes. Grag dhatu, which is set, becomes anit. Already I have mentioned 7 to 12. And gug dhatu, which is weight, becomes anit. Okay. You see, it's all covered. Everything is covered. In addition to the above dhatus, the following 15 dhatus will become weight with regard to sun. This is by the sutra. The long sutra is the Sani Ivantanam. One long sutra.
Yeah.
The sutra is Sani Ivantanam 7 to, this is the one, 49. These dhatus will become Va it Sani Pare 7 to 49. So that also I will write. The following dhatus will become 15 dhatus becomes weight with regard to sun. This is by the rule 7 to 49, right?
Yes.
7 to 49, yes. So I've given the Sananta Rupam of these dhatus, you can see. And the 5 dhatus, next one. becomes anit in Parasmapada and set in Atmanepada. This is also given by the rule I have not written, the sutram I will write. The 5 dhatus, that is Vrit, Vriddha, Shriddha. Where is that? Vrit, Vriddha, Shriddha. 1 minute. Let me check. It is there. Yeah, here it is. Okay, not this one, sorry. This is the one. Vriddha, Vriddha, Shriddha and Syanda. This is by the Sutra 7259.
259.
Though Atmanepadi, but this by in Parasmapada it will be optionally Parasmapada and Itakama will not come in Parasmapada. 7259. So that I mark it here. Becomes state in Atmanepada. This is Dhatu becomes, the 5 Dhatus becomes Anit in Parasmapada and Atmanepada it is. This is by the Sutra 7259. So I write here 59. Okay. So we have this one. And then Gam Dhatu becomes state in Parasmapada and it, that already we have seen. Then that is, you can see the Jigamishati is Anantarupam of Gam Dhatu. This is Gamehe Git Parasmapadeshu. What is the number? It is 7. Just now you said.
7250. Now Rudyos Chaturubhyaha, no?
Gamehe Rit Parasmapadeshu. 72.
Gamehe Rit.
Gamehe Rit Parasmapadeshu. 58. And becomes Anit in Atmanepada. So Jigamishati is here, Itakama is Parasmapada. And Atmanepada, an example I have given. What Lakara is this? This is Ananta, but Rit Karmani. Because in Karmani only you will have Gamdhatu, Parasmapadi Dhatu, right? When you will take Atmanepada, Prataya. In Karmani Priyaga only, right? Gamdhatu, Parasmapadi Dhatu, it will take Atmanepada Prataya only in Karmani. That is by Karmani. And we are talking about the Ittakama. Ittakama, when it for which Lakara it will come, not for Savadhatuka Lakara.
Future.
For Adadhatuka Lakara. Adadhatuka Lakara is Pratyaya is Sya. Right? Therefore, Isyate. So Jigam Sishyate. The form is Jigam Sishyate. And becomes Anit in Atmanepada. Atmanepada Jigam Sishyate. 1 minute. Jigam Sishyate, how it will come? Let me check. This is just an example to show you that in Atmanepada it will be Gamdhatu will be Anit. So for that I have taken the Karmani Rit Rupam of Gamdhatu. So that's Jigam Sishyate. Yeah, it's correct on Jigam Sishyate only. Yes. It seems to be the Ittakama it comes, right? But a wrong example, I think. I should give some other example. This Ittakama comes by some other rule, not by this rule 6.4. 1 minute. I'll show you 6.4.62. So this is a sutra by Ittakama comes, but in this sutra we have not seen. Therefore, it's not. There's a wrong example. You see this sutra, long one. Yeah, this part is what is required. Bhava karmanoho upadeshe achijana graha drisham. Then the sutra. By this sutra, so you will have it agama for sya. Okay. By this sutra only for lit lakara we have itagama for gam dhatu. Karmani. Karmani is atmanepada. Bhava karma vishayeshu sya pratyaya pare kim bhavati iti etamsa chinvat karyam bhavati. Yes, we have not seen. Okay, I think I have given a wrong example. I should give some other example for atmanepada rupam. What example I give? Just a minute. I thought lit lakara, itagama will not come. That's a mistake.
Form is different. For
I
gam
will
dhatu.
take lot lakara. Lot lakara, there is no problem.
Okay.
Lot lakara will be jigam syata. This is an example to show that there is no itagama, right? For gam dhatu, atmane pada pratyaye, then it is anit to show that. Lot karmani is okay, not lit karmani. Lit karmani is wrong. Okay, having said all this, what is left out? Set dhatu, anit dhatu is covered. The rest of the dhatus are, anit dhatus, ved dhatus are covered. The rest of the dhatus are set. So this covers the entire alanta dhatu document. Okay, so it's very useful where you can see the sananta rupam of the dhatus and the sutras are mentioned. So for easy reference, in case if you find this document, any additions, any rules are missed, you can let me know. I will add. You have the original document, right? The it vyavastha for sun. From that only I copied. There you will see only lat lakara rupam. Lat forms are given. But here I have taken sun form and also I have made separated alanta, ajanta, iti. Similarly this is the document for ajanta. I think this I will send you. We will see this in the next class. This document being same, please understand, this has become another paribhasha, difficult to understand. Please see. It vyavastha for sun, this is the document you have, right?
Yeah.
This is the document. So this is the document you must be having this. This same document, I removed, certain things which are not required. I divided this into two, halanta dhatus and ajanta dhatus. And the respective sananta rupams are given with the sutras. So in this document, with this document as a reference, you please check both the documents, which I will be sending you now, to find out whether any rules are missed, any points are missed, any rules are missed. Okay, if you find it, you let me know. And later,
So,
if I find, I will add it.
both we should. Old one and this one, both we should have, I think.
Yeah, old one and both. See, at the old one, at the end, you have got a summary. You have got a summary of
Ajanta
for alanta dhatus. The same thing, what you see here now, the same thing is there, but with the sutra. And here, here you have only latlakara rupam. I have converted that into a sananta rupam. And here these are all ajanta dhatus. Therefore, this I have removed. Only udit dhatus, alanta dhatus. That only I retained. These four dhatus will be added in the ajanta dhatus that I have done. Okay. In case if you find anything I missed out, you please let me know. I will do it. I'll add it. You understand what I'm saying? In here, Radhadi Antargana and all, I have in detail I have mentioned what are the dhatus and what are the sananta rupam. Everything I have mentioned. So here it is there. The same thing now I have added the sutra and the forms. The same thing. Similarly, here there's just 15 dhatus are listed. But in 15 dhatus, the gana and the sananta rupams are listed. With the sutras number given. That is the only modification, not anything new. As we saw for alanta dhatu, the same way for ajanta dhatus. The summary is done separately. You have to check whether I have covered all the points in this document, in that document, new document. Please do it. If you find anything, let me know. I will also do it. I will send anyway both the document. Find it is good.
History.
Yes. I think we'll stop here. So we have not seen anything. This itself it took time.
So much work you have done, actually.
Yeah, I did the last 1 week. I did, but I thought we'll make it sananta forms available for all the quick reference. So I made this. Please, you cannot discuss. I mean, you cannot do it on your own. You can discuss with in your class. Let one of the student have the one document. The other document you can quickly verify it. In case, like now in the beginning, Ramaji told something. I think that is missed in my document. So in case some sutras and dhatus are missed, you can let me know.
Yes, Ji.
Okay. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Dhanyavadaha.
ధన్యవాదాలు జీ.
Sharanji. Shamyata, Sharanji, morning I couldn't join. I tried.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I saw the message.
Yeah. Tuesday I could join through Vodafone that data, but I don't know today what happened. Because from Monday we don't have internet.
So today is 17th, 27th I'm leaving. So maybe next week last class would be on Saturday. I mean, Gita. I think after that we will take break for a week. I have to go, there and check the internet availability, other things. Then we will resume our class accordingly. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Dhanyavada.
Dhanyawad.